At this point, we know enough to state the second important fact about bottom-up parsing. So in shift-reduce parsing, handles appear only at the top of the stack, never inside. And in fact, this is what justifies using a stack, because that string to the left of our focus point, we know that all the action will take place immediately to the left of the focus point. We won't have to dive down into the string to look at its innards, and therefore a stack will be sufficient. So here's an informal proof that handles only appear at the top of the stack, and this is by induction on the number of reduce moves. So this is true initially because the stack is empty, and so we don't, so the only possible reduction is at the top of the stack if there's an epsilon move to make. And immediately after we reduce, the rightmost non-terminal is going to be on top of the stack. So immediately after we perform a reduction, we have our stack, and then we have a non-terminal, and then our vertical bar, and this is the rightmost non-terminal. And since this is a rightmost derivation, that means that the next handle has to be somewhere to the right. The next handle has to include something that, possibly it includes some of this stuff, but it's either right here at the current focus point or it's to the right, because we can't be doing any reductions to the left of the rightmost non-terminal. And so it's going to require a sequence of shift moves to reach the next handle. So once we have this non-terminal on top of the stack, it is by definition the rightmost non-terminal, and so the next handle has to be somewhere to the right of that. Therefore, in shift-reduce parsing, handles always appear at the top of the stack. Handles are never to the left of the rightmost non-terminal, and this is why shift and reduce moves are sufficient. The shift move only moves the vertical bar right because we never need to move it left. And bottom-up parsing algorithms are based on recognizing handles. So as we saw in the example at the beginning of this video, just because you have a right-hand side on top of the stack, that doesn't mean that it's a handle. And so we need to be smarter about where we perform our reductions.